Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi, everyone. How are you? Welcome. Welcome to the second of our Disco Elysium streams. Hello. A little midweek stream. Can't promise that they'll always show up, but I was having a good time, and then I was thinking about Disco Elysium, and then I was like, well, I should just stream it again. So I'm stoked to be here. Hello, everyone. And also huge thanks to BB Alpert and to the Orange Witch for each resubscribing. I really appreciate it. And Orange Witch has resubbed for the second time. Well, subscribe for the second time, but resubbed for the first time, which is exciting. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Yeah, it's Elysium Wednesday, Nora Benefrin says. And don't worry if you missed the first stream. Oh, Conifer, thank you for resubscribing too. Yes, we're most of the way through the week. And shout out to anybody who's teaching right now. Oh my God. Yeah, don't stress too much if you missed the previous stream. I'll give a little recap. We didn't do too terribly much. I think we spent a significant part of the first half of that stream sort of like introducing the game and going over like my experience with it, and building our character. And then we did some of the most basic tasks, I guess one could say. Sir Driston, thank you for gifting a sub to Ryan Getz. Great. Oh, and then Empty Panda resubscribed. Wow. Thank you, which means that we've started a hype train, which is always very funny. I did spend a while finding my shoes. It's not my fault. It's the fact that our unnamed protagonist walks very slowly, and even though I could figure I can make him walk faster, it's hard to remember to do. Dinko time. I have noticed that a couple of people have picked their Disco Elysium games back up again. Yeah, a big highlight was definitely when I didn't throw up in the game, and it was a big win for me personally, Major League Gaming moment. Really proud. So let's have a quick chat about what this game is and a recap from the first stream on Sunday, which is still available in the VODs, and you will be around for a while. Like, I'm not planning on letting them expire. So in Disco Elysium, we play a cop. And first off, I should say that this is a CRPG in the classic sort of like narrative. A lot is written and reading. And even though the inner thoughts are voiced, we're using the voiceover mode where it's just characters who are voiced so that I can read the inner thoughts and the narrative. So that way, if there's something that like I want to talk about mid-line or something, we can stop and discuss it. So we are a cop. We are a questionable cop. Presumably we have some kind... I think we are canonically an alcoholic. Empty Panda gave out 2 community subs. Thank you so much. Wow. Look at all the... Oh, the C in CRPG stands for computer. It's like the opposite of a TTRPG or a TRPG. Cop. Yeah, it stands for cop. It's a cop RPG. Empty Panda has now gifted... So Tuplo Honeybee, great name, and Momo Hill, also great name, are now have subscriptions. Congratulations. Welcome. Yeah, we're canonically an alcoholic and probably some kind of drug addict of some kind of variety. And we have woken up with sort of like amnesia, classic, in a hotel room that is trashed to learn that we are a detective sent here to investigate why there's a dead body hanging in a tree. We have been joined by our partner in copping by a man named Kim Kitsuragi. And we've had some conversations about, oh, BB Albert cheered 100 bits. Whoa. Thanks for the bits, my friend. Choo choo. All aboard the train. So Kim Kitsuragi is perfect. He's a perfect man. And he is accompanying us on our investigation. I think, like, plot-wise, the only things that we've sort of discovered is that there is a body hanging in a tree, and we think that the body has been lynched. We think that the body has been there for about a week and hasn't been taken down because it's, like, been hung with some reinforced steel or, like wire. And it probably has something to do with a workers' revolt, and it's unclear what the conditions of the workers' revolt are to us right now in the story. It is up to us to figure out who the man is in the tree, why he was up there and murdered, who put him there, and how to get him down. And that's basically it. Interpersonally, we've learned that Kim Kitsuragi comes from a different precinct than we are coming from because our two precincts, like, can't agree whose land, or, like, who is responsible for the land that the crime has taken place on. And so they've sent both of us to try and figure it out, either, like, as a means of insulting one another or as a means of, like, trying to claim dominance over the area. It's kind of unclear. And now I think that might be it. We're at the very, very, very beginning, folks. So I don't think that there's a whole lot that you might have missed out on. So let's go ahead and hit the continue button. We'll go through our journal first, which is how I like to get reoriented when I have picked a game back up again. We can look at our done tasks. Oh yeah, our badge is missing and so is our gun. But we were able to lie to the cops, so they think we have our gun, even though we have reported our badge missing, which is very funny. Kato says, wait, so I missed the beginning of the first stream. Does this mean you didn't get the, quote, volumetric shit compressor? I don't know what that means. So I'm assuming the answer is no. Yeah, I did not. I had one exceptional success during my play yesterday. Two very funny successes, I would say, in that I had one failure at the beginning of the game where I couldn't remember my own name. So now my name is Raphael Alphonse Coutreau, I think. And then the other extreme success is that I had a literal, I think it's called like a legendary success, in that I didn't throw up when I saw the body, and there was a 3% chance for that. So I don't mean to brag, but I think I'm really good at this video game. You know, I am bragging. There were a couple of crits during the game, but those two I think were the most important. I committed a big gaming, big gamer moment. My other big gamer moment is that I am wearing my wrist brace today. Yeah, my middle name is Esports. Thank you for noticing. I don't understand why it's taken this long to get some goddamn respect around here. And Kato asks, do you have any thought cabinets yet? I do. Yeah, so we'll take a little explore around the menu and just kind of get ourselves reacquainted with the inner workings of the game, including our thought cabinet, which I think right now only has one thing in it, which is Guillaume Mion. We love to see it. Okay, so we've had to report our badge missing, which we did. We inspected the victim's body, spent a lot of time with that. We found our other shoe. Thank you. We learned about the pissing match between Precinct 41, which is our precinct, and Precinct 57, which is Kim's. I think we will probably learn a bit more about this. We chatted to Kim about the case, which we, of course, forgot about because of the amnesia thing. And it's basically all the things that I just told you so far. Body in a tree, how to get there, workers' revolt, probably. The other thing that was interesting about the body in the tree is that it had this, like, military-grade ceramic armor on it, which was pretty sick. And then these are the tasks that we currently have going. So, run the number on the victim's armor. We discovered a serial number on the victim's ceramic armor boots. We've run the number using Lieutenant Kitsuragi's shortwave in his motor carriage. And we'll have to call Alice back in a day for info on the armor. Oh yes, the sabatons. The sabatons. Which I made fun of Kim for saying because he's French, and you should make fun of the French. I think you're morally obligated. Yeah. Baisai says, the first time I played this game, I died trying to get my tie. You're doing amazing. Thank you so much. I, too, almost died trying to get my tie. The chat really did help in my character creation by insisting that I had no trait that was at 1, so that should I get hit by something, I didn't die immediately. Otherwise, I probably also would have died trying to get my tie. To wit, we only just started, so you're here right on time, frankly. I died trying to pay my hotel bill, which was delightful. That is very funny. So we also want to know, where's the rest of the armor for the guy hanging in the tree? A lot of his armor seems to be missing, probably scavenged. The kids throwing rocks at the corpse seem to be a good place to start. Ask him about the body first. Ask Kuno, the kid throwing rocks, what he knows. Kuno is a piece of shit. I think he's one of the most annoying video game kids I've ever encountered in my whole life. Which is saying something. He reminds me of all the annoying, like, his voice actor reminds me of all the annoying children in Fable, Skyrim, put together, but I'm forced to interact with him. So definitely one of the worst children in the world. Really impressive that they've managed to have such an accomplishment. Our tasks include finding some booze and drinking it. I've yet to decide if I want to do a playthrough where our character is sober. I don't know. I'm interested in it. So we'll see. It's not the kind of game that, like, is going to, in conversations that I've had with Jack about it, this is not the kind of game that's just going to unilaterally reward us for, like, being good for being sober, which I think is really interesting. So that's might be very interesting to explore. I think I might try that. But we do currently have a hangover. We have to get the body down from the tree, which is proving more difficult. We did have Kim try to shoot at the belt buckle to get the body to come down, but he did miss and then felt very embarrassed about it. I think Kuno only gets worse. How is that possible? He's already the worst. Yeah, as Adult Witch says, that's also not how addiction works. It would be weird to gamify it in that way, IMO. 100%. So I've heard that it has some interesting conversations about, like, your relationship with alcohol and drugs, etc. I think somebody says that I should shoot it down myself. Copper pots. I think I would accidentally shoot it in the head. I'm not playing the kind of character that has the highest stats for like hand-eye coordination. I don't know that I'll be able to manage it. We'll see. I think I saw somebody the other day be like, save scum it, get it down. But it's very good. I believe you. I think a lot of things probably be very good. It might even be sick. I do love to seek sick actions. High risk, high reward. High risk, high reward. Okay. So on our task list for today, we have interview the cafeteria manager. That makes sense. The cafeteria manager, who hates me, by the way, might know something about the murder that happened in the yard. We have to track down our badge. Maybe we'll just find it. We want to interview people or like chat to people about the tattoos that are on the dead body. See if they know anything about them. We have been given the opportunity to sing karaoke by seeking out a sad song on a tape. I think that's going to be uniquely horrible. We can ask the gardener about why she's gardening in March. Apparently, we've spoken to her already at some point, because even though we haven't, because the game implies that she has said that she took a break from gardening because of the cadaver smell. But what if she was lying? After all, what kind of gardening is done in March? A lot. We want to get the hangman's boots, maybe? But we have to do it at a very particular time, in between a couple of things happening. And the game even says to us, this will be devilishly tricky, so don't beat yourself up if you manage to send the body to the processing without getting hold of his boots. I tried to take them off, and I might have accidentally almost removed the body's head from his body. And then finally we have to track down our gun. Someone must know something about your lost firearm. Maybe a district authority, like someone high up in the union, or someone local who saw you with it before you passed out. The Whirling's absent bartender. You could also ask the local pawn shop. So I think a lot of what we'll be doing today is just like wandering around, getting our bearings, and learning about the map. Because again, I don't know anything about this game. Very first time playing. I've avoided basically everything there is to know about it. So you're getting everything fresh off the dome. Fresh on the dome. Here's our inventory. Here are our stats. 5 intelligence, 3 psyche, 2 physical, and 2 motorics. Our health is 2. Our morale is 3. We currently have a horrible jacket, a horrible shirt, a horrible pair of flared pants, a horrible necktie, and a horrible pair of snakeskin shoes that sometimes the game says are crocodile skin. And we have this picture of the tattoos. Little fun fact, Kim Kitsuragi has a very cute camera, and he was very proud of his little camera. And we're just outside his car, so I would love to talk to Kim about his car also. Here are our current stats broken down. I think also if you're watching on desktop or on your laptop, you should be able to check out the Twitch integration, which is a really neat feature. It allows people to like vote on choices that we make, and also something we can do is like called meditating, where chat can help give boosts to certain skills, which is really, really neat and has been a lot of fun. I think if you're on mobile, if you look at the top of chat, there should be like a little +2 button that shows you like the different extensions that I have enabled. One of them being closed captioning, and the other one being the Disco Elysium integration, which is a lot of fun and has been very helpful as we've been going along. But you should be able to check out my stats in my journal at basically any time. And then we have our thought cabinet, which basically is just Guillaume Le Millon, which we are currently researching, and it'll be done in about 2 hours. But we're currently suffering a -1 in logic because we're thinking really hard about Guillaume Le Millon, who is a aged pop star, some kind of performer who had a beautiful smile that apparently our character is trying to emulate at all times, and it's made our face horrid. So that's funny. And that's us. That's us. We're just gonna wander around, talk to people, and I'll read the narrative text, and we'll hear everybody talk. So let's chat with Kim.
Yes?
I want to talk about you.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Come on, Lieutenant, open up a little.
If you insist. What do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
Oh, a legendary failure. Yikes. Oh, my failure wasn't legendary. The challenge was legendary. You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone. Glasses are cool, I guess, or I think I'll say just observing.
I guess you don't need glasses, then.
I feel like this one's racist. I'm worried that it's gonna be racist. I don't want to say it because I think if you succeeded, you'd have to bully him. Thank God I didn't succeed. I don't want to bully Kim. I'm not gonna say it, but I will ask if he ever talks with himself.
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, uh-oh. Conceptualization. Medium. Success. The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case. I get it. You're one of those old school detectives. Nod respectfully. So how do you tap the side of your head? Interesting. Kim has 1 cube score? No! Kim must have a better cube score than that. I refuse to believe that Kim has a cube score of 1. So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
Kim can't picture cubes, but he can write them down. The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. They're full of drawings of cubes. We all have our different mediums. His is written. I feel like I don't know him well enough to ask him to tell me a secret about himself. So I'm just going to say, that's all for
Good.
now.
Let's change the subject.
Okay, never mind. Now, if I click talk, does it only... Okay, so this is Kim's car. The Capri Kinema. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. So I'm not interested in talking to the home precinct again, but I do love this car. So I am going to run my fingers over one of the steering levers. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so familiar in your palm. I don't want to accidentally make it crash, but I will pull out the toolbox. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
Oh. He's clearly a little protective of his tools, but what can you do? Work is work. So I could take the red-tipped pry bar, I could take the rubber-handled chain cutters, I could take the hand-cranked flashlight. I'll take the flashlight. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue. Blue. Perception. Sight. Trivial success. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. Can I take all these things, or will it make me put everything else back? Okay. So I've picked up the chain cutters, and it doesn't seem like I've put the flashlight back. You sure can. Neat. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. And I will take the red-tipped pry bar. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier than you'd think. Interfacing. Success. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. And then I will tap on the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks, as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch, labeled Heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
He says, and jingles his keys. Translation. We're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC. Oh, Kim. Kim loves his car. Kim loves his car. Kim's a car guy. Okay, so now we've got in tools, we have our flashlight. Equip this to discover secret orbs in shady areas. We have our chain cutters. Equip these to open locked containers in the world. We have our pry bar. Equip this to open locked containers in the world, but of a different variety. Yeah. Great. Sick. Cool. I love a secret orb. Okay, so let's... Oh yeah, if I hold shift, I'm a little running boy. Some great tectonic force has cracked the pavement like an eggshell. Oh. And then if I hold tab, those are all the things I can interact with. Like this bench. Bench. The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
The lieutenant looks down the street. Okay, Kim, I was just looking. You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone. Just picturing him sitting on the bench, like twirling his thumbs. An ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. And what's over here? Tire tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain has almost washed them off. Okay. Oh, I would carry around the pry bar. You can't see the things you can open unless you're carrying it, and same with other tools. Oh. Interesting. I would imagine that it would be like, you can't open this. But that's not the case. I'll just walk around holding a pry bar in my right hand. Right? That's cool. That will make people say to me, you seem normal. What a normal dude who carries a pry bar around. Okay, so let's talk to the gardener. A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. Okay, I would like to examine this one. The street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Respectable. I respect that position. This is perhaps the least weird thing this man does in this entire game. Great, cool, cool, cool. What does this say? This is Pigs Go Home. The street name is illegible. Let's talk to this gardener. I think it's going to go great.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
The young woman looks up at you. You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police business? No, I won't say that initially. I will say, tell me, what exactly have you been doing in your greenhouse in March? As if that's some kind of gotcha.
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so.
She points to her wheelbarrow, surprised at the question.
Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
She smiles shyly. Ooh, whoop. Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow. The grandma is a bit too much. No. What nutrients? Or visual calculus, medium 11. Squint your eyes and look at her intently. Disingenuous grandma. We get a +1 to this because of disingenuous grandma? Okay, I'll try it. Bye, Intrepid Vector. I'm gonna fail this, aren't I? Nice. Visual calculus, medium success. Stop looking at her, look around. What do you see? The traffic jam? The plaza? An entrance to the yard? That's right, and the canal, the bookstore, the harbor gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you. So I could say it out loud, or I could ask her right out. I think I'll keep it to myself initially. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I have to allow someone to say gilf. Noted, but I'll keep it to myself. I have now gained 10 experience. You're so welcome. Glad to have been of service. Now you know the locals are keeping tabs on you. We need what do we need directions to?
Of course. Where to?
Where am I?
What do you mean?
Just tell me where we are.
We're in Martinez, sir. This intersection is called Roundabout North, I think.
She looks around. What's up north?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
What's in the east?
The harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
She shrugs. What is in the south?
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
Classic RPG to have a broken bridge. Classic.
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
And what is in the west?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
She looks at the water, squinting. I'm going to be honest, I heard all of that and pictured absolutely nothing. Something about geography.
No problem.
I'm gonna ask it. What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
She doesn't understand. Empathy. An easy success. She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning. I don't think that this character would drop this line of questioning. The street sign says, fuck the police.
Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
She cranes her neck. It's all right. I didn't mean to startle you.
Okay.
She replies, shoulders relaxing. I should have asked about the pigs. She probably just would have been like, I don't know. I don't know what you mean. I have a cube score of like 9.
Of course.
I can't
I
picture
won't
a
hold
whole
you
map.
back.
She wipes her brow with the canary yellow glove. Mmm. Okay, interesting. Okay. Inland Empire success. Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all. Oh, I'm gonna ask to borrow her gloves. One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure. Keep
Yes.
them. I have another pair.
She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Thank you. I will ask her about the pigs.
Hello again, officer. Excuse me?
Okay, the street sign says, fuck the police.
Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
Now that I've got her gloves, I can come back and make her uncomfortable, I guess. What about the other sign, pigs go home? Who are these pigs?
I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it.
Uh-oh, we're gonna fail something. Oh, pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
The lieutenant steps in.
Okay. Well, I didn't.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to put the gloves on. Very important to me. Let's see, let's read about them. Thick latex gardening gloves in classic canary yellow. Maybe you should retire, take up gardening as a hobby. It's worth a thought. +1 to interfacing. Bye-bye, bugs. Yeah. 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 Sick. I look like a BioShock protagonist. I'm ready to go under the sea, baby. Yeah, that's a look. I'm into it. All right. So now I'm going to head this way. Oh, what's this? All of these goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. So Wild Pines is the security bureau that's been hired to like quell the worker uprising, if I recall correctly. Welcome to Revachol. Thanks. A glossy magazine, most able-bodied men. This issue hosts a top 10 list. Jump Jams, a popular musique mag. How exciting. Kim is a saint for putting up with all this. Who am I? I'm a little fuckboy. Who are you? Who are you?
Welcome to Revachol.
Announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you. It's addressed to the lieutenant. As it should be. They're the shipping company. Oh. Then why do I feel like they had something to do with the workers? Hey, I know Revachol. That's where we are.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me.
Uh-oh.
My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
You tell him, Kim. Fuck him. Fuck him up, Kim.
Every school of thought and government has failed in this city, but I love it nonetheless.
You tell
It
him.
belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
Yeah. Get him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
He pays you no attention. Rhetoric, medium success. What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination. I could say, he's right, you're undermining our best shot at real self-determination. Stop ripping into this guy, he's just really proud of being Revacholian. Limbo, what's going on here? I feel like... Is this me speaking to Kim or to the guy? Because I feel like this character could say this to either person. So it's very possible that just saying limbo... its phrase is agreeing with Kim. Okay, phew. Is siding with Kim. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
Now his name is Racist Lorry Driver.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Esprit de corps, an easy success. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine. Fucking A, Kim. I've got your back. Give the lieutenant a punch on the shoulder. Well, I think we all learned something here. Smile at the lorryman. Or, now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions. I do want to do number one. I want to give him a little, give him a little punch on the shoulder. I think we all learned an important lesson is very funny. But I think it's got to be number one, IMO.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lorryman spits. The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness. Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impatiently, cigarette smoldering between his fingers. What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Wait, how long has this been going on then?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
He gestures towards the lorries. What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples? Rhetoric, medium success. Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide. Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
Hmm.
Oh, not much anymore. Apples.
Sounds like a cover story to me.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
He loses his patience for explaining it.
Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular, picked apples.
Rhetoric, medium success. Koiko may be another derogative. For a person from Grad, you think. Oh, so they grow apples in Grad? I don't know what I'm saying.
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow them down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
Encyclopedia, medium success. In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life. Yekokata is not in the south, and they definitely don't grow apples there.
Yeah? Says who?
It's literally in the name, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe.
Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're everywhere, except their own homes.
The lorry driver glares at you intently, then shrugs. You keep saying Koikos. What does that mean exactly?
He means the people living in Grad.
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk. Those degenerates from Grad.
Okay, so it's an ethnic slur.
Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise?
So, can I see the apples?
Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't go putting my nose in them, huh?
He looks at you with a strange glint in his eyes. Rhetoric, relax. You've got all you can here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling, even if it is something unsavory. So he'd remain unaccountable. You said something about the rights and privileges of lorrymen.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
Hold on, what's a carter?
Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches. Before machines.
And that's a privilege?
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very prestigious.
So it's a kind of union.
Hell no. It's a guild. Invitation only.
Bye.
Unions work for the rich fucks. They're basically the same. Been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit, but you can't replace experience. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter. Oh yeah, they're a big deal. Someone with... Not at all. We're part of a guild and everything, huh? It's very ancient. Very prestigious.
So you're in a carter's guild.
Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to replace us, they'll regret it. Trusting street thugs with their
We're
goods.
done. What an unpleasant man. Oh, my God, an autosave. Oh, Jesus. Good God. What an absolute piece of shit. Okay, so this seems to be some kind of the worker revolt from before. But when I was... Hold on. When I was back here and around, I don't think he was named racist when I first started talking to him. I think he became racist. Oh, wait. Perception. Sight. He was! Wow, I'm just a big idiot then. Wow, he was racist from the start. Wow, I just didn't even notice. He was at the start. I was hoping you'd notice. No. No. You want to know why I didn't notice? Because I'm a white person. And that's a commentary. No, it's just because I didn't read. It's probably a little column A, a little column B. Yeah, this is a good point. For some reason, I don't have the meditate integration up. I think I have to maybe I have to like Twitch integration. I have to enter my Twitch token again. Hold on. I have to pull it up. I think, can I do that from this screen? Extensions. My extensions. Disco Elysium companion. Let me just grab it. Paste it. Connect. Connection established. Okay. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We love to see it. You should probably talk to the cafeteria guy before you wander too much. Well, the thing I was confused about was like when I was back around in the garden area, there was like another area in between the garden and where the racist man was that I could like get to somehow. Like when I clicked on it, my little guy was like running for something, and then I was too frightened that he was gonna like explore too far and get hurt or something, or just overwhelm me with new information. So I would like to find that again, and then I will go talk to the cafeteria guy, I promise. Because I would love to get this visual calculus thing going. This is a white check and I may retry it. I might. Should we meditate on it? That was up on the roof. Oh. Oh. Okay. My own visual calculus is starting to put this map together. I see. Yeah, I failed the check to find the entrance for it, but then I beefed up the stat, and now I can get onto the woof. Ask the questions first? Oh. Okay. Not now. Okay. I'll go ask some questions before I enter my mind palace. I can do that. Let's go ask some questions before I enter my mind palace. I don't want to sneak around Kim Kitsu. Probably I do, actually. If I want to be a little rascal. Okay. Now that we're both here, let's chat. Yeah, that's what I figured by Sai. So they say, you'll see that the workers' revolt thing is like blocked off harbor access. So when I was able to climb up to the roof before, it was like, great, you managed to get past all the workers. And I was like, I did? Okay. Oh, ask the questions about, well, now I'm here, so I'm going to speak to him now. And then we'll go out and do the other thing. That's true. Sometimes I like to jump right ahead to the thing that I think is going to be the most narratively interesting. But I can fully expect that I would be punished for that. Garta, the cafeteria manager. The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
The lieutenant glances into his little notebook where all the drawings of cubes are.
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. As I said, Detective Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
All right. Okay, buddies. Here we go. Okay, logic, medium success. He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. Right then. Questions. I got this. Garta, the cafeteria manager, his face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Rhetoric, medium success. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones. Not vice versa. Love that. My thought is, ask him about the body's location. Don't ask him if he killed him. And my first question option is, who killed him? So I'm going to go with number 2. Why did Sylvie go away?
She went away because none of your business.
Rhetoric, medium success. Have they not been telling you you're a cop? Am I not a cop? Everything is my business.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Oh. You'd normally be able to hear here that it's in the yard, but I have already seen it. Yeah, fair enough. I think I already knew that. I did not speak to him. Yeah, I'm not worried about making mistakes. Don't worry. I just love to talk out everything that I'm doing with an air of no confidence. Always have. Always will.
Thank you.
The lieutenant says. He opens his little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. Mystery solved!
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct.
This stuff gets on my nerves. I am a feminist. I guess I like to be thorough. Everything has something to do with everything. I don't know. I just went for it. You're right. I probably shouldn't have asked. I am a feminist. I guess I like to be thorough.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
I have another question. Wait, do I? I have another question. Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
That's
Let's
all.
go.
I've gained 30 experience and I've leveled up. Kim says, let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Boo! Hold, please. I have to meditate with all my friends. Okay, gang. Okay. Listen. Savoir-faire is in Motorix. I could even level up in Motorix right now into Savoir-faire. And we're gonna do it. Okay? Oh my god. To Wit says, because leveling up lets you unlock skill checks, I've been walking around with 8 unspent points. I am not sure if this is optimal, but it's what I'm compelled to do. Okay. Oh, someone, Geo1 Stationary says, also, can't you remove your jacket to improve savoir-faire? Take off your clothes, remove pants. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I can't get to my inventory. I can't get there. I can't get there. I can go to my thought cabinet. I can go to my journal, but I can't mid-conversation take off my clothes. But what I can do mid-conversation is level up into savoir-faire. And I'm going to. Is this the correct way to play the game? Maybe not. What? What? I don't... No, what? What did I just do? You can revert it. Revert. Oh, I just put it into shivers. Thank you. What? Level up. Oh. Okay. Here's what happened, gang. I clicked the level up button because I thought that would then say, now you can level up. It's fine. Okay. We've got 1 point in savoir-faire now. Okay, so now we're at 28%, which is 10% better than 17, and we're all gonna meditate together, okay? So you see here, it says, to vote. Oh my God, I have to vote for myself too. Fuck. All gonna put a point. Right? Did it pop up? Did it pop up? Oh my God, I opened up my own stream. Oh no. Did it happen? Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. Okay. 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 I failed by 1, which means that if I had been able to take my pants off, I would have been fine. So now we're in this situation. And we simply have to move forward. Savoir-faire, medium failure. One moment you're running like the wind, then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger furiously with both hands. Why? The lady in the wheelchair is right behind me, isn't she? Why did I do this? Why did I have use both my hands to flip him off? Why both? Or I could say, fuck you, asshole. I would like to think that if I think about the lady in the wheelchair being right fucking behind me, that I'll get a split-second test to not crash into her and ruin everything. I do think this is going to be bad. Off we go. That's true. Yes, and it's worrying. But let's not fixate on it. Look at that stupid bartender instead. He has no idea what's going on. You and your fuck you fingers floating in the air. Barkeep's got his mouth agape like an idiot. You showed him. I'm gonna have to say fuck you, asshole, and that's what's great about this check failure. Oh. If only, our protagonist could get a stretch break and posture check, because he's flying through the air. Why did I do this? Why did I have to use both my hands to flip him off? Why both?
Watch out!
Everything goes dark. Back so soon? Okay. Okay. Mazel tov. Did someone say wheelchair bound? Oh yeah. No, you don't have... I would not say that. They're just in a wheelchair. Wheelchairs are very useful. Very helpful. Great tool for movement. All right. This did not need to happen. I gave no such commands to my body. Those are the mysteries of the spinal cord. The spinal cord has yet to reveal itself to you. Its mysteries are unholy mysteries. I don't know, that just comes off as a lazy effort at reconceptualizing the antics of a shambling drunk. It comes off like that. It's because it is. And you are. How's it going out there? Are the tiny apes screaming about money yet? I think the tiny apes have started screaming, yes.
Did one of these tiny apes have a pale green face?
An old woman appears out of the blackness. No, I don't think so.
It's a joke, sweetie. I didn't actually think you saw the kind green ape of South Safra in a hostel in Martinez. That would be ridiculous. Are you okay?
Great question. Oh, no. You have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move. No. Are you okay?
The chair took the brunt of it. Don't worry.
Are you sure, ma'am?
Yes. Check on him.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place.
Ew. The man seems shaken by the incident.
The drinks are on the house, okay?
Hell yeah.
There were a lot of drinks on the tab.
Nice.
I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though. That's 100 square.
Okay. He's shaken. Barter now and he'll cave in. I won't pay for that window. Ouch. Grab your side.
Okay, fine.
Nice.
I'll take it off your bill.
Hell yeah.
Sleep in a post-apocalyptic hellhole if you want to.
Nice.
Just know I won't give you another room.
Cool.
Not entirely cool. You still owe me 60 real for 3 nights stay. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you back up there.
It's like half off though, folks. That's like half off.
And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
I'll try. I do. I have 1 real. But you know what? That's more than none. By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't. Do I even have one? But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. I don't know. Near? South, maybe. Far away? Up on Marvel Hill. That seems the most confident. I'm going to go with that. Why did you say that? These are just synapses firing. It doesn't mean anything. The name must have some meaning for me. Lieutenant Kitsuragi, do you know a place called Marvel Hill?
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place?
He thinks for a moment. An expression?
A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
That's deep. That's profound. That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Could I trace the way back somehow? To the exact street, the exact number on a building? I'll live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobo cop. Thought gained. Lonesome way home. Lonesome long way home. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear. Hobo cop. Let's see. Who made the call reporting the crime? So I can call Sylvie using Kim's shortwave to ask whether she made the call. And I have to pay for damages. Oops. And I've gained a thought. But I'm almost done with Guillaume Le Millon. So here's what's in our thought cabinet now. Let's rewind. Let's trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over. Get up. Get off the asphalt in 20 minutes. Shuffle your feet through courtyards, scaring little children. Go under the great raised motor tract, the 881, until you reach Les Domaines Éminés in North Jamrock. The streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down Main to Perdition. There's a side alley there, and your footprints in the mud. Interesting. 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 Okay, I have... Nice. Hell yeah. Many things will kill me with just one, so pleased to... Whoops. Oh, I think I should hit that one. It's important to me to not be at 1 health. Okay, so I talked to him. So now I'll go out this way so I don't have to walk all the way around. I'm gonna go and look at the fence and try and create some kind of visual calculus. Yeah, I would hope that I was more intimidating carrying around a pry bar, but actually I'm just a little stupid fuck. So I think that really balances it out. Perception. Sight. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Why am I looking at this? Cop habit. You look at everything. Logic, easy success. This isn't case-related. You think. What kind of vehicle drove through here? Perception. Sight. Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you are having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover. Okay. Visual calculus 5. Let's see. So that's an intellect stat. I can go up 1 more in intellect, so let's see if we can't just make that happen. So we'll put a plus in intellect and then a minus to something else and then hit the vote button, which I think is pretty cool. And then it should go away when voting is over. It goes by pretty quick. But we've got a pretty good chance. All right, success. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there and then accelerated straight into the fence. What happened next? The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south. Must have been in a hurry. A car drove through the fence.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city.
Inland Empire, medium success. Somehow that makes you feel scared. You don't know why. Is this connected to the case?
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
I think I got it. There's Kuno and Kuno's friend, who's a piece of shit. All of them are a piece of shit. The ladder's for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Okay. I see. So, if I click on this and this, whoa, 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 whoa. How do I get to these things? Are you gonna go all the way around to try and figure out the way in there, sir? Hands are off the mouse. We're just gonna see. I could have double clicked to make him run, but I didn't for the suspense. Those things are on the roof. They are? So is he gonna try and go all the way around? Only to learn that he can't get that way? I have to do it for the sake of my own curiosity. I have to keep going. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep thinking about it. Okay, so then we stop just there, okay? Yes? Yes, I have learned now. I have learned. I knew before, but now I've learned for real. Because the only way I can learn for real is if I do it myself. The music is great. Big fan. Okay. So now I will go back into Kuno's hideout. So I have to go up here, I guess. Through here. And go this way. Can I get there? Or do I have to go up and around? Okay. Okay. Well done, little man. Well done. Okay, no. No. I gave him praise too soon. Okay, so we've got... This doorway is going to collapse soon. It's great. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. We've got some money, which I do need. Oh my god, that's almost a whole real there. And a postcard that I can sell, I think. Yeah, Jack was telling me about how apparently the band used to be called British Sea Power, and then they were like, you know what? Actually, we hate being called British Sea Power. Oh, good. And then they changed their name. Oh. What's that? I can inspect things like postcards. Yeah, that sounds about right. Come on, buddy. Let's... Okay. These barrels are half full of rainwater. And what can I think about this? It's too far away for me to have a thought about. It's close enough for me to think that I could have a thought about it, but far enough away that I can't form the thought. Oh, a bunch of stuff up here. Let's see. I will take that money. I will take that money. And yeah, my guess is that I can go. No, can I not? I can't. Yeah, I think I can click on the code from up here too, but how do I get there? Okay. Policeman's cloak. Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak. I'm trying. Hanging on the railing here. Look, Lieutenant. Points to the flapping cloak. Someone left his cloak behind.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
He judges the drop.
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Grey Grump says, oh, this is a great place to remember that your clothes give stat increases and decreases if you're going to try the savoir-faire check. It's not possible. There's no way. There's no... Not with pants on, it's not. Oh, man. Okay. All right, gang. Okay. Before we get naked in order to jump and hope we don't die, I'm just gonna look at this postcard. This postcard depicts an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Jamrock Quarter. 13-story buildings line the hillside like sarcophagi. An ominous frog already rising from behind. These are the last Broom years. In 39, the project fails catastrophically, leaving behind an opiate and hepatitis B infested slum. Oh, so the Garden of Earthly Delights here? I picked up a postcard with the Garden of Earthly Delights on it. Yeah, no, Kim wants us to do this. No pants. Ah, my shoes. Yeah, no pants, no shoes. No pants, no shoes, Kim. You wanted this. Great. It's good that it's saved here. And let's all just do a quick little vote to increase my motorics. Shall we? Motorics up, intellect down. Because we know that this is a sly move, but it's not a smart one. Yeah, no pants, no shoes. Yes, socks. Yes, gloves. All right. Here we go. Even shot. We're just doing it. Savoir faire. Challenging. Failure. Holy wow, that's high. You'd have to be a total madman to jump. This is certain death. Oh. I experienced a morale damage. By 1, volition, medium failure. You could have died there. Shit, 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 shit. I'm failing you. This wasn't part of our deal.
Hey, hey, what happened?
He sounds genuinely worried. I'm all right, Kim. I just can't do it right now.
I understand. We can always come back when you are feeling better. It's just a cloak after all.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you.
What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They are bound to have information for us. I thought that was our intention.
I agree.
Or it could be that we are just exploring.
Also that. He looks around, wind rustling his hair. Well, time to put my clothes back on. Fuck. I can't believe that I would be so held down by the fact that my savoir-faire is so low. Oh, if you ask Kim if you should jump, maybe you'll get a bonus.
Yes?
Oh, whoops. Oh, no, nothing. Will that be persistent? I hope so. Do you really think this cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump?
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it?
He looks over the ledge at the cold pavement below.
Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide? No, and I also don't know if I get a little... The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. Then he turns back to the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind. All right. I guess it's not for us, bud. If I stand here, is there something I can think about the world? No. No. And everything else I think is going to be, yes. C'est la vie, gang. C'est la vie. Sometimes you're just too uncool and you can't do a jump. Okay. No, I will not speak to Kuno yet, but I will try and open this thing. Oh, I'm having a thought. This is the logo of the municipality of Revachol. Trash container. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, Whirling in Rags. Inland Empire. Medium success. There's something in there. Not necessarily connected to the case, but still. Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container. Trash container. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death? Lieutenant, what do you think could be in there?
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence, too.
Yes, I feel like there's something in there.
What do you mean, feel?
It's extrasensory perception. Whatever is in there holds a special significance. Or it's just a hunch. Maybe someone threw something in there.
Mm-hmm.
He leans in to inspect the lock. How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. The one you took from my motor carriage,
Or, Lieutenant?
Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea. Damn. Yeah, probably. And that's not gonna go well. I'm but a fool. A fool of muscles. I'm a muscular fool. Okay. So let's go and ask to get into the trash. Hey, bud, I know you want some money, but I don't have any. Here's what I do have, a pry
Can I
bar.
help
I'd
you?
like to use it. Is the trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
That's what I meant.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors, too. They put their trash there, and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
Rhetoric. Trivial success. It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. I wonder what this feeling is. No, it doesn't. Nothing stirs in me, and it isn't callous, it's common sense. No, something is stirring in me. Something is definitely stirring. Rhetoric. Prod at him and find out. Doesn't it seem callous to you? Guarding even your leftovers from the poor? Or we need those keys. I'll say that first.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
The lieutenant's voice is harsh and sudden.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Damn, I can't say it again. He takes the keys from under the counter and hands them to you. I love that also it says, by the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here. No options. Kim is trying to stop me from getting political. Ask the karaoke one. Okay. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
You can't stop me. My soul is vast. Inland Empire. Easy success. Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger, then we sing this place to shit. Your body is ready, sire. What is this? I've seen something at the Whirling. A thing I need to talk about.
What thing?
Gart, I saw a sign that said, I couldn't go into the kitchen. Why can't I go into the kitchen?
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
But there may be something pertinent to the investigation in the kitchen.
He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with...
He rolls his eyes. He changes his mind.
Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must.
Ugh, that's 20 minutes from now.
What?
Ooh. By the way, you should come back to this thing based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later. Oh, right, I saw a thing. Goodbye. In 20 minutes, I can go into the kitchen. But for now, I have the keys to the trash. Norco Fourth Blood voice. I'm going to sing karaoke here. That is very funny. That's very funny. Play Norco. It's very good. There's a bit in Norco where you remember 3 floods and then suddenly your character is like, and then there is a 4th flood. It's pretty early on, so it's not a huge spoiler. It's pretty good. It's well written. There are bits of it where I'm like, its writing is almost for the sake of itself, but you know, I think there should be more narrative games that do well. That has writing in it just for the sake of itself. All right, open. Trash container. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says "Whirling in Rags." Open the padlock with the key. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Inland Empire, easy success. Don't! Maybe you shouldn't. Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there? There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid. Open the lid. Task complete. Open trash container. Gained experience +10. Is it going to hit me on the head? No. Okay. It would have been very funny if it had simply hit me on the head. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
The lieutenant peers in. Look under the boxes of carton. You see milk, an egg rest with 1 broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hand. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Pick at the rags. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers? Grab them. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begins to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
The lieutenant smells them.
Drop them in here, officer.
The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket. Is he going to put the jeans in his pocket?
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but...
The lieutenant quickly searches the jeans. He looks into the container.
The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
I mean, if the belt from his jeans is missing, it might be the one that's, that he's, Something slimy catches your eye. I will reach for it. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus. The belt is like a cargo belt. Not a person belt. Got it.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
He nods to himself. Perception, sight, trivial success. The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye, but other than that, a thrown-out towel, a mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
He nods towards the red-haired boy behind him. Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them here.
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
You think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
I agree. What about the mug? I want to know more about the yellow mug. Oh, the mug. I'm getting that mug. Great. I'm also going to search the food waste, but I'm not going to like it. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey. Inland Empire, medium success. Nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this? What? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Pick it up. Item gained. Damaged. Ledger. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes. Written in a man's handwriting. I'm watching chat react to this. Yeah, we've got gendered handwriting. Aw, Shrimp, I'm glad that you're enjoying the game. Yeah, it's man writing, not handwriting. Yeah, I don't know why chat is excited. Let's find out.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
No, it can't be.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form.
A miserable-looking slip of paper sticks to the board.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
It must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Someone from the whirling threw it in the trash? I don't know, I'm boring. I'd rather not to talk about it right now. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away.
Well,
He doesn't know what to say.
lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
I don't know, man. Sounds like an order, and I don't take those. Okay, I'll do that, Kim.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
He peers into the trash, where soggy cartons and rags stink uninvitingly. Yeah, I would do anything that Kim wanted me to do. Kind of. Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork. The mug, I'm getting that too. You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the Yellow Man, frolicking in saffron. An antique? Only in social sensibility. I don't want to take the mug. I don't want the mug. The lieutenant briefly glances at the mug, then returns his sight to the trash. Close the lid. The container sounds a muffled gong. I don't want that mug.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Can I put the mug back? I don't want this racist mug. Maybe we can break the mug over the lorry driver's head later. Yeah, that would be great. Okay, I can't. Apparently I'd rather have it. Great. Cool. So we... This broken-eared mug somehow made its way into the Whirling in Rags dumpster. It depicts a person of Samaran descent frolicking in a field of saffron flowers. Buck-toothed and grinning feeble-mindedly, it seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial-era antique. Fuck that. Hey, if you ever go into a thrift store or an antique store or a pawn shop and they're selling racist stuff for historical's sake, for history, fucking leave. Just leave. Just leave. IMO. Ledger. This is the ledger you found in the trash. It's full of notes written in a man's dense cursive. Have a closer look. Maybe it can be salvaged to start keeping notes on the case. Yeah, you can hit the bricks. Too fancy weed store? Racist antique shop? Okay, so I'm going to now interact with the stuff that I have in my inventory because I didn't know that I could interact with them. I thought that interact meant that I could show them to other people. So now I'm going to go through them. So we'll talk about this dead body for a second, I think. Oh, I think I've actually already done this. I'll read it again. Photo of tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right. Who are you? Gone. What's the meaning of this tattoo? For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you. Interesting. Okay. And now I will interact with my ledger, my damaged ledger. Right in the mouth hole. Okay. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. Anything else? There's a piece of toilet paper. Or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor. For you. Conceptualization. Challenging success. Nice. Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us. Inland Empire. Medium success. Below the pathetics. Terror. Do not look into its blue heart. Inspect the toilet paper. Inspect the clip. Browse the white papers. Browse the yellow papers, look at the clipboard, smell the ledger, put the ledger away. Well, I'll just start from the top and head on down. Inspect the toilet paper. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Take it off. Leave it there, it's cool. Maybe it's kitchen tissue. They look exactly the same. No, they don't. No, they don't. Kitchen roll and toilet paper are very different. They have different weights. They've got different quilting. They're different. Take it off. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger and voila. The ledger now looks marginally better. Inspect the clip. An aluminum block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. What kind of pencil? IMO. Run your finger across the aluminum. Is it like a number 2 Dixon Ticonderoga? Is it a Blackwing? You know, I mean, those are so different. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Hey, Lieutenant, what is this? Point to the sticker.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
He is lost in his own notes. It takes a moment for him to see it. Interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Logic. Medium success. Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved. Esprit de corps. Medium success. How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that. How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like, for example?
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
Interfacing. Easy success. This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on. That's all. Thank you.
Okay.
He returns to his neatly kept notes of cubes. Oh, I have a thought. I think that's my Guillaume Lémion thought done. Let me finish the ledger first. Browse the white papers. Halogen stamp reading headlights is a concept that utterly fucks. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. They're not exactly white. They're yellow in patches by sunlight and alcohol and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. What is in there? What are they about? Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to pages missing, an odd naming convention, but there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases. Undertaken. Not completed, mind you. Logic. Easy success. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. I am not going to ask Kim. There was a mention of a naming convention here? Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins, yet still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. Conceptualization, medium success. A title, one might say, even. One that draws inspiration from Snoop fiction and Vespertine cop show staples. Oh my, and they're written in capital letters, too. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. More. Others appear more lighthearted. The Guys on a Couch in an Unexpected Location, and Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Even the rare article-free Collapsing Tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Later, once you're done inspecting them up close. Kim, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean a non-numeric one. With titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Hole murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
Have we ever considered that Kim Kitsuragi is perfect? Have we ever considered this? This might be the case? That might be the case, the titular?
I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Okay, well, he told me something sad and embarrassing, so I'll ask him something sad and embarrassing. Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
He raises his nose from his notes. 2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed them, though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
He raises both eyebrows. I'm sure I made plenty of mistakes.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
He nods, then turns back to his own case files. That was nice. Count the pages. I have to open an official case. Is there room? There is. For precisely 1 more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Logic, medium success. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete. What happens if I say commit to paper? Okay. Conceptualization. Medium success. Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event. Well, I can just use the pencil for now. I'll ask Kim if he has a pen. Kim seems like the kind of guy to have a pen. Kim, do you have a pen? The lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt. Kim seems like the kind of guy to care about his pens. Do you think he's got like a Calico Sport? You know what I mean? One of these bad boys? You think he's got one of these? You know what I mean? You think he's got one of these? You think Kim's a stationary guy? Good pen. That's okay, Kim. I won't borrow it. He's not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them. He loves his pens. Fine. I'll just use this crappy pencil. Kim Kitsuragi, absolutely motionless at first, then animated slowly, imperceptibly even. The lieutenant begins to browse his notes again, leaving you to the case files. You start scratching the tasks you've completed onto the paper with a brash free hand, uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager. Conceptualization, medium success. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. Cross out the ones you've already finished. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you. And you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case. Lieutenant, Have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man? The Furies Are at Home in the Mirror? The Setting Sun? Shit on a Stick? Actually, I don't have one. I don't have one yet. Not yet. Naming a case takes time. A tarot reference is good. It is good. But this one might just be The Fool. You know what I mean? You know? So I think I gotta say not yet.
Oh, well, then maybe I can suggest one.
Kim's suggestion. Go ahead.
The Hanged Man.
Solid name.
Thank you. I think so too. Good and normal.
The lieutenant nods. You got your flu shot. Congratulations. Everyone should go get their flu shots if they can. The original title of this game when it was announced was No Truce with the Furies. I almost said No Truth with the Furies, and that would also be a good one.
I'm going to start calling it The Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
He flips the pages of his notebook. Thick. I'm done inspecting these. Close the case files. Okay, yeah. I could browse the case files again, which appears to be new. But it's not. Okay, so now I can say, can I read the case files now? Which is 83%, which seems to be pretty good. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me resolve my thought. Guillaume Le Millon. Breakthrough moment. If I go down to the bottom, can I resolve it? Oh, solution. Aha. I'm smart. I'm going to click on the solution button. No, I can't. Problem? Solution. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. I'm putting the ledger away. Then I'm gonna close this. Now I'm gonna go into my thoughts.
Guillaume Le Million.
There we go.
Bad news. Guillaume Le Million did not become a cop. In 38, he went on a tour to the Sinyao province in Safre, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation. His body was found hanging from a decorative dragon tree in his junior suite, amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Trainer single, Wonderland, skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s, and also as a warning.
Oh, yes, this is the voice that narrates the game. If you have that turned on. I accept that. Bonuses from this thought. +1 to pain threshold. Blood oxygen is boring. And all psyche learning caps have been raised by 1. Interesting. And now we have the lonesome long way home. Which gets me, while I am internalizing it, a research bonus. Factual +1 to encyclopedia. Factual memory returns. Research time is 6 hours and 5 minutes. Okay, so we talked about I read the problem before, but I will go ahead and internalize it. Oh yes, who put the clothes in the trash and read the watermarks are the new items in my journal. But let's finish reading our case files. Good night to whomever is going to nighttime. Good night, good night. I think I'm only going to go for a little bit longer. I think I'll finish out the items in my inventory. Just a little tiny stream. Couple hours. Yeah, I think the reptilian voice is the, like, way crunchier voice. And I think the narrator is just the kind of like, sounds like a Black British kind of almost RP. Not RP. Just like South London. South. Not South London, but like South. Brackets. London. Anyway, let's interact. Okay, can I read the case files now? I did not get a boost. I don't think. But 83% is pretty high. Yeah, neutral standard English. Nice. Oh, doubles. Okay. Logic, medium success. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 411201 1700, The Next World Mural. Wait, HDB 41? Weren't those Officer Precinct? And how long does it take to read a case? I'll start with the first one. Why, yes, your precinct number is 41. And HDB. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it, and these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. Horace Debbie Berenger? Hram Darjan Binzakin? Those aren't my initials. I'm not feeling them. Wow, I don't know what to say to that. I think what you meant to say was RAC, Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. No, the alphanumeric begins with HDB. Can't you see the sire is tired of these fabrications? RAC is clearly what it says on the case files. These are official documents. There is no arguing with official documents. Good. How long does it take to read one of those Raphael stamped cases? Persist. I'm going to persist. Logic. Fine. It takes about half an hour for you to piece one together. Mr. Raphael, which one do you want? The Next World Mural. This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight, on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. Rhetoric, medium success. Cause of failure, rent too high. Yeah, my name is Raphael and I insist. Oh yeah, it's true. It is logic and drama arguing with each other. That's very funny. And rhetoric sort of standing between them. Makes sense. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their forms reads, "True love is possible only in the next world for new people. It is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class." People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the Bell's letter, the Belle Lettre, fucking French, have the literage of industrial paint. Jesus Christ. The literage of industrial paint. They have the amount of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the Next World Mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown. Wait, do I ever find out who came up with it? The case files do not show you finding the author of the design. Read on. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite, organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villa Lobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rumbling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between two options: A, remove the mural, it is wrong; B, keep the mural, it is right. A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world. For new people. And it is too late for us. All that remains is to wreak havoc on the middle class. The middle class are not to be blamed, it's human nature. I like it, but can we wreak havoc on other nations instead? I must have voted and possibly even lobbied to remove the thing, because I don't believe in that rubbish one bit. Number 1, all that remains is to wreak havoc on the middle class. In any case, it appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter, and agreement as well. What do you want to tackle next? I will revisit this, put the case files away. Because time is passing, and I would like to, now that I can, and I finished that case, which was great to read, and I would love to read more of them, but I've got to go and look in the kitchens. And then I think after the kitchens, I'll call it so I can go and make dinner. Whoops, I passed the door. Political thoughts. Oh, thought. The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full flavor cigarettes. What are its hallmarks? Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it. Wait, where do I get such a crown? The idea of a king and a century gone is pretty fascinating. I'd rather know more about the world of today. I would like to get a crown. It comes free with a 6-pack of Vermilion Rhodor. The words Rhodor are stamped into the crown's plastic. I'd rather know more about the world of today. The contemporary period stands still. The fated carousel of progress that doomed the royalists is itself winding down. Our time is decelerating. Into what? No one knows. He does want a Burger King crown. If nothing else, this man wants a Burger King crown. Oh, you think headlights on the sticker? Well, I'm gonna peep. I'm gonna peep in here, and then maybe we'll do headlights on the sticker. Okay, what do we got? The dishes are drying. They smell of chemicals and pine trees. And then I think, can I go in here? No, I think that must open there. Okay. Let's see. What do we have? It seems to be mostly the cook and this door. I'm going to try and open this door before I talk to the cook. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. Inland Empire, medium success. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for a mystery. Touch the door. Try to push on the door. I wonder where this door leads. I'll be back, door. Mark my words. I will touch the door. Blue door. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Visual calculus medium success. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older. Hello. Welcome. I like this game too. I've never played it before. First time. Okay. I'm gonna ask Kim. I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
The lieutenant regards you with patient skepticism. I am drawn to its cobalt blue, It's part of the Whirling in Rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know. Out of duty, we may find something pertinent to the investigation. You're right, it's not important. Let's go. I am drawn to its cobalt blue.
It is quite pretty.
Yeah.
I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation.
Yes, Kim. Yes. Conceptualization. Challenging success. It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it. Yes, a mini side investigation. No, the door is a mega investigation. I'm calling it Behind the Blue Door. The door and the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation. That's funny. I have to call it Behind the Blue Door, though.
It's hardly worth a title. Anyway, Gart is the person to ask about this.
He looks
the
at the
cafeteria manager.
He looks at the door, then you. I'll push on the door just a little. The door does not budge. Okay. All right. I'll talk to him. Oh, whoop, 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 whoop. A thought. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Gracie Kubek. A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods towards the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Gracie and Kubek. Logic, easy success. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Gracie Kubek. Please. It's not funny. Okay, you got it, Logic. Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions? The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. Do you know what's behind that door? Point to the blue door. He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Composure, easy success. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door. You've got some impressive pots there. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. Proud of his pots. Conceptualization, medium success. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove. I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. Okay. And then I think Tuit is right that a good way of ending the stream for the day is to go and look at our ledger in our headlights. Okay. Kim, how do I turn on the headlights?
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He turns the preheater on, waits, takes out his key, and says, "Press engine start." The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Capri Kinema comes to life with a whiny growl. Press the button labeled Headlights. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Okay. Close the door. Stay masculine. All right. Interfacing. As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice. Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. Look at the shimmering street grid. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kinema's headlights. Wait, look around you. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez.
He smells the air and says, "Where are we on this?" Point to the halogen map.
Let me see.
He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it.
Right here.
He says, his finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. Seems nice.
No, it does not.
The lieutenant says without optimism. Look at the perforations. There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. Tally up the different rows. The first row has 18 dots. Not bad. Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet. What about the next one? The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border and then some. Count them individually. You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice large number, a wave of pride washes over you, though you can't say why precisely. What about the last row? The last row has 3 perforations. 3? That's it? That's it. Hey, Kim, what do all these holes mean? Point to the dots on the watermark. If Kim... So we got a +1 to morale, but I have a feeling that Kim might say something that inadvertently gives us a -1 to morale. That's just a feeling. Who knows?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Rhetoric, medium success. Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant. Stay masculine.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Wait. 18 years I've done this? Got drunk like a megastar? I walked the land telling whores and liars of the ends to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. Probably some boring office job, same as everyone else. I feel like I just went around apologizing all the time. Do you really think I have any idea? I'll go with number 1.
That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
I feel like I just went around apologizing all the time.
Maybe you were a diplomat. Or in PR. Doesn't matter, I suppose. Let's move on, shall we?
Let's...
This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see... Wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So you're saying I used to be a super cop? I used to be good? That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number? I don't think I can ever re-become this person. What's the last number? That's the saddest one, and so I have to say it.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
I was expecting a higher number, honestly. That's not too many, and so I'm a killer. I mean, if I'm going into sad cop, I think I gotta say, so I'm a killer, right?
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Have you ever killed anyone, Kim? How do you handle the strain? Thanks for this. How do you handle the strain? Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
He says, declining to elaborate. How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
He gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
I would like to know about Kim Kitsuragi's hobbies. I almost said Kim Kitsuragi's habbies. Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
Clothing-specific dialogue. Esprit de corps, medium. Success. It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab. Thanks for this. The lieutenant nods. Okay, let's go. Put the ledger away.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
He presses a remote control on the key. You can now see your statistics on your journal page to the right of the task description. Sick. I am a sorry cop. And I am a too fascist. Good cop / bad cop. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and save the game. And I'm going to call it here. Thank you guys so much for coming out for this like quick little stream today. I'll probably stream again on either Saturday or Sunday. And usually in that like 12 to 3 or 3 to 6 kind of zone. Apparently everyone does Sorry Cop first playthrough. I believe that fully. So have a wonderful night, evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. And I'll catch you next time. Yeah? Stay masculine, everybody. All right. Bye.